An artist naturally goes through phases over the years, especially if he does it long enough. I began my life as a realist painter. In the 70s, I was way into Andrew Wyeth and realism. Then I began to study Native American art, especially the Hopi art of the Southwest, and I got really into the kind of abstraction that they did, which wasn't like deep perspective, but flat, abstract shapes and colors on the canvas, or the sand or the rocks, as it may be. So this painting I did in 1984. It is a portrait of Jason, but this is the style I was using at the time, which involved an energetic black line, which I softened to make not so black, but purple and reds on top of it, but an energetic line, and then vibrant color fields. So it's really kind of flat but deep at the same time. This is a portrait of Jason. At the time, he was really rocking, and I call it the Sorcerer, which is what he seemed to do on the guitar at the time. But I was not bound by the way things looked anymore. I could control the psychological and spiritual space of the painting myself. So the things that were important were Jason's eyes and his hair, but became like rocks in the desert. I took Jason to the desert a lot. We spent a lot of time out in the mystical spaces of the Southwest. So a human being could merge into the rocks and into the sky. But the Native Americans would use symbols. So this is an arrow, but maybe this is the wind blowing, and maybe it's a desert wind, or maybe it's the wind of fate. And this is not to define this painting means this. This is how symbols work. I paint subconsciously, but I fill my head full of all of the images and thoughts and feelings and psychologies and religions that I love as I explore the world. So don't think this is the absolute definition, but this is the way to see this kind of abstract art. So I did the guitar. This is Jason's hand here at an angle, covered with jewels, as he loved to do. These are his jewels. And the guitar, if you run out of room, you can just bend it up, and there's his fingers coming around with all its decorations. And instead of frets, each thing has a symbol and an image. Here's a cross. Maybe this is death. Maybe it's resurrection. Here's a deep cave, a mystery inside. These are all the songs that Jason might play on a guitar, or anyone might play on a guitar. And there's a certain, just a simple childlike rendering of the eyes, and yet there's a depth to them that he is gazing, I would say, into his own soul, like a sorcerer, and controlling our moods.